Breaking news: D'Anthony Melton is speaking out about his future with the Warriors. Plus, a grim injury report drops before a massive clash with the Celtics. And get ready for a deep dive into player stats as the Warriors face Boston. Finally, the WNBA is making history with a brand new deal, and the Valkyries played a huge role. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
D'Anthony Melton is making waves, and he's finally breaking his silence about his future with the Golden State Warriors as free agency looms. With his value soaring after a career-best stretch, Melton shared his thoughts on what's next, expressing gratitude for the organization while emphasizing a day-by-day approach. He stated, "The future is only what the future can hold. I try to take it day by day at this point, because you never know what could happen." Melton added, "I feel like I've expressed countless times how much I love Golden State, from the medical staff to the front office to the players. But at the end of the day, I just take it day by day to see how it goes." This comes after an incredible 27-point performance against the Washington Wizards, where he achieved a career high and made field goals, all without a single three-pointer. This display of versatility, relying on drives, cuts, and mid-range efficiency, highlights his growing impact. Despite missing some games due to injury management, Melton has stepped up, particularly when Stephen Curry needs rest, proving his ability to complement Curry and fill in seamlessly. Analysts like Tim Kawakami of the San Francisco Standard suggest Melton could be the Warriors' secondary MVP of the season, noting his significant plus-minus. With his player option likely to be declined, Melton is poised for a substantial contract, potentially in the $15 to $20 million per year range, presenting a familiar cap dilemma for the Warriors' front office, much like the departure of Dante DiVincenzo. Fans are buzzing about Melton's potential and the difficult decisions the Warriors face. Will they be able to keep this rising star? Don't go anywhere, because the injury bug is hitting the Warriors hard right before a huge matchup. And we'll break down the critical player stats you need to know for that game against the Celtics. The Golden State Warriors are facing a daunting challenge as they prepare to clash with the Boston Celtics, and the injury report is raising serious concerns. After snapping a 5-game losing streak with a win against the Wizards, the Warriors are heading into TD Garden with a significantly depleted roster. Key players like Stephen Curry, Moses Moody, and Seth Curry are sidelined, with Curry missing his 19th straight game due to runner's knee and expected to sit out even more. This leaves the offensive load heavily on Kristaps Porzingis and Brandon Podziemski to compete against the Celtics' top-ranked defense. The Celtics, on the other hand, are relatively healthy, with Jason Tatum back in form. This stark contrast in health puts the Warriors in a tough spot, especially with their play-in tournament hopes on the line. Coach Steve Kerr acknowledged the situation, expressing hope for Porzingis' long-term commitment to the team. With the Warriors currently sitting 9th in the Western Conference, every game is crucial, and this matchup against a strong Celtics team, especially on their home court, presents a significant hurdle. Fans are worried about the team's depth and ability to compete against top contenders without their star players. But it's not all bad news on the injury front, as we'll dive into the specific player matchups and stats that could decide this game. And later, a revolutionary deal is reshaping the WNBA, thanks in part to a powerhouse expansion team. Get ready for a statistical showdown as the Warriors gear up to face the Celtics. Here's a breakdown of key player matchups and trends that could impact the game. On the offensive front, the Warriors have been excelling in grabbing offensive rebounds, averaging 14.8 per game over their last 10, with Nemias Quetta showing strong scoring numbers at home recently. D'Anthony Melton has also been a standout on the road, averaging significantly more points than his season average. For the Celtics, their offense has struggled recently, but they are a strong offensive rebounding team. However, they face challenges in defending opposing point guards, who have been scoring heavily and getting to the free throw line against them. Defensively, the Warriors have struggled against opposing point guards and three-point shooters, with visiting point guards scoring heavily and shooting a high percentage from three. They also give up a significant number of free throws to opposing point guards at home. The Celtics, conversely, are strong at limiting opposing power forwards' scoring and three-point attempts, and also make it difficult for opposing guards and forwards to get to the free throw line. However, they have been relatively weak against opposing shooting guards from beyond the arc. Both teams are dealing with offensive struggles and slow tempos, with the Warriors being the third slowest road offense and the Celtics having one of the weakest scoring offenses in the league over their last 20 games. This game could come down to which team can exploit the specific matchups and overcome their overall offensive inconsistencies. Fans are dissecting these numbers, trying to predict how the Warriors can overcome the Celtics' defensive strengths and their own offensive woes. With so much at stake on the court, we're also looking at a seismic shift happening off the court in the WNBA. And you won't believe how a new team's instant success is being credited with shaping a landmark deal. The WNBA is celebrating a monumental moment with a landmark collective bargaining agreement, and the Golden State Valkyries are being hailed as a catalyst for this incredible growth. In an unprecedented move, WNBA players and owners have verbally agreed to a new CBA that dramatically increases the salary cap from $1.5 million to $7 million and raises the average player salary from $120,000 to approximately $600,000. This agreement comes after extensive negotiations and reflects the league's staggering surge in popularity, fueled by stars like Caitlin Clark and the fan engagement in markets like the Bay Area. The Golden State Valkyries, in their inaugural season, played a pivotal role. They sold out all 22 home games, becoming the first expansion team to make the playoffs. This instant success, coupled with the Bay Area's overwhelming embrace of the team, provided a clear blueprint for the league's expansion strategy. General Manager Ohima Nayanen and Coach Natalie Nakes can now finalize plans for the 2026 season with clarity on the new CBA. Although the condensed timeline means an expansion draft and free agency details are still being worked out. The Valkyries' valuation soared to $500 million, a tenfold increase from their expansion fee, and they are projected to generate record-breaking revenue. Their success demonstrates the viability of new markets and the immense potential for women's basketball. Fans are celebrating this historic agreement, recognizing the Valkyries' impact on the league's future. That's all the incredible sports news for today. But before you go, we'll give you a lightning round recap of all the top stories and tell you how to stay connected with us. What a show! We saw D'Anthony Melton address his future with the Warriors, a concerning injury report before their clash with the Celtics, a deep dive into those crucial player stats, and a game-changing new CBA in the WNBA, boosted by the Valkyries' success. Don't miss out on any of the action, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social media platforms for even more updates.